नमस्कार अटलांटा. आपल्या इथे वर्षभराची मरगळ सरून आता नव्या जोशानं मराठी नवीन वर्ष येऊन ठेपलंय. सभोवताल अगणित फुलांनी सजलाय. जागोजागी फोर्सायथिया, चेरी, अझेलिया, मॅग्नोलिया अशी असंख्य सुरेख फुलं आपल्याला अक्षरशः मोहित करत आहेत. आणि अशात कोविड लसीकरण देखील जोरदार सुरू आहे. आयुष्य काही प्रमाणात तरी पूर्ववत होत आहे. गेल्या वर्षभरात सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम काही फारसे झालेच नाहीत. तरी व्हिडिओ स्ट्रीमिंगच्या माध्यमातून अनेक कार्यक्रम घरबसल्या बघायची सवय देखील झालीच आहे. तर ह्यावर्षी प्रथमच महाराष्ट्र मंडळ अटलांटा माय मराठीचा एक सुंदर वारसा पुढे नेण्यासाठी प्रयत्न करीत आहे. हा वारसा आहे मराठी वक्त्यांचा, विचारवंतांचा आणि कणखर तेजस्वी लोकांचा. हा वारसा आहे व्याख्यानमालेचा. मराठी माणसाला व्याख्यानमाला काही नवीन आहे. वसंत व्याख्यानमालेची जवळजवळ 150 वर्षांची परंपरा आपल्याला लाभली आहे. जस्टिस महादेव गोविंद रानड्यांनी सुरू केलेली ही प्रथा महाराष्ट्रात अखंड सुरू आहे. यावर्षी मात्र मूळ कार्यक्रमात खंड पडला तो कोविडमुळे. मात्र इथे अतिशय छोट्या प्रमाणात स्थानिक पातळीवर आपण ह्या परंपरेचा वारसा पुढे नेणार आहोत. ह्या व्याख्यानमालेचे रोपटे अटलांटात रुजावे ही अगदी माझी मनापासून इच्छा. यावर्षी अतिशय अल्पावधीत आपल्या वक्त्यांनी आपली तयारी करून नेटकी भाषणं आपल्याला पाठवली त्याबद्दल त्या सर्व वक्त्यांचे मनापासून आभार. आणि संपूर्ण संयोजनाची धुरा सांभाळण्याचं श्रेय जातं श्री मंदार वेंगुर्लेकर यांना. आपण 3 दिवस या व्याख्यानमाला यूट्यूबवर चालवणार आहोत. दररोज सकाळ संध्याकाळ एक नवीन वक्ता आपल्या भेटीस येईल आणि आपले अनुभव, विचार संचित आपल्याशी वाटून घेईल. हा अनुभव निश्चित आनंददायी असेल याची खात्री वाटते. आपल्या पहिल्या व्याख्याता आहेत अटलांटाच्या सुपरिचित अशा अलका महेंद्रकर. आपल्या कार्यक्षेत्रात त्यांनी गेली अनेक वर्ष उत्तम ठसा उमटवला आहेच. मात्र त्याचबरोबर 2 मुली त्यांनी अगदी छान मोठ्या केल्या. उत्तम कॉर्पोरेट करिअर, अमेरिकेत मराठमोळ्या कुटुंबाचं संगोपन, ही दुहेरी आव्हानं त्यांनी अगदी लीलया पेलली आहेत. ते कसं त्यांनी साध्य केलं, त्यासाठी कितपत नियोजन केलं, किती स्वप्न साकारली आणि कुठवर समाधान मिळालं, ह्या त्यांच्या अनोख्या प्रवासाबद्दल ऐकूया त्यांच्याच शब्दात. ऐकूया अलका महेंद्रकर यांचं व्याख्यान.
Hello everyone, my name is Alka Mahendrakar and I live in Atlanta. Thanks to Maharashtra Mandal for inviting me to speak at the Vasant Vyakhyanmala. I'm grateful and humbled by the opportunity. When we first visited MMA many years ago, we met wonderful people like Lokre Kaka, Navathe Kaka, Vedak Kaka, who were doing community work while having very successful careers of their own and raising amazing kids. I wondered, how did they do it? Where do they find the time? What inspires them? We were totally at awe. Many years later, here I am in front of you. I have done my small role or part in MMA. I am standing in front of you here to share my journey with MMA and life in general. The topic I have chosen is very close to my heart. Being a mom and raising kids and living in a community. There are lots of young moms out there with little kids and working. This one is for you moms and also for the dads. I was born as a middle child of 3 in a loving family in Pune, Vidyache Mahendrakar, the home of education. My father was a doctor and my mother is a homemaker. My parents paved the path for good education by sending us to the best schools and college, which formed a very strong foundation for my life. We were blessed with a wonderful childhood with lots of activities besides studies, helping me to be an all-rounded person. Art, sports were part of our day-to-day life. I decided to become an electronics engineer very early in my life. The options were limited and the competition was fierce. I enjoyed COEP with its boat club and very active student life. While all that sounds very, very heavy, in my core, I'm a very simple Marathi Puneri mulgi, common girl like anybody else, who loves to eat idli sambar and SPDP in Vaishali, vada pav at Vadeshwar, enjoys the Nirguni Bhajan by Kumar Gandharva, and then shopping in on Lakshmi Road and Tulsi Bagh. What would life be without that? To share these simple pleasures of life, I was very, very lucky to get an equally wonderful person as my life partner, Suhas, who was fun, energetic, and very supportive, and equally passionate about education. He was an engineer too. After a few years after our marriage, we migrated to the US, and US has become our home. Being a mathematician and an engineer, I can only think in terms of pie charts and lists and bullet points. So here you go. Number 1, share responsibility. Do not hesitate to ask for help from your husband, from your in-laws, from your friends. In our good old days, we used to have Atya and Aji coming and living with us to help out. Do not forget the best resource on your staff, your hubby, the dad, the person, your partner in crime. When I had a full-time job, Suhas took on a career with which he could work from home, which is not a typical setup for an Indian household. He was always there for the kids. He would drop and pick them up. He would be there for all their activities. The responsibility for kids was equally divided for us. Be involved in their lives. Give them time. Be disciplined with your work schedule to find for their all things activities. While you might brag working 20 hours a day, it is perfectly fine to ask for a day off or stop at 5 o'clock to go for a kid's activity. Talk to them about everything. Their fears, the fun, the friends, music, boyfriends. No subject is a taboo. I remember when Aru showed me the meme, which of course I called meme, which was like the funniest thing. There are so many things changing around them and us. We need to keep up. Have their back. Let them know you love them. Let them know you are there for them unconditionally, no matter what happens. Everything is relative. Grades, the college you get in, which job you get, no matter what happens, you love them. Teach them to identify the right from wrong. Do not ignore mistakes. No one else will tell them except you. Do not compare them with anyone. They are unique individual as they are. And also, do things with them. Let them see you enjoying the activity you are telling them to do, arts, sports, whatever they are. Teach them the value of hard work. There is no free lunch. Nothing is instant. Patience is bitter, but fruit is sweet. The hard work is used in a very light manner. But what does it take to get a job, to keep the job, to excel at the job? You must kick your butt and keep doing it no matter what happens. Protect your values. It's very difficult balance to keep Indian values while living in the US. The kids need to survive in the outside world. Tell them, know who you are, what you like, your food, your culture, your dress up, the activities, Devala Diwala Unera in the evening, and accept the way you are. They need to pick up the best of both worlds. Show them by example by following these rules. Let them know the difference between the things that they can change and the things they cannot change, and the difference between the two. Help them understand they live in a society and it is a give and take. It's not a one-way street. Grow up and be a good citizen. Period. And finally, keep them busy. Empty mind is a devil's workshop. Try multiple things. Something will stick. Expose them to variety of activities. You have them till middle school to try everything that you want. Something in art, something in sports, do it with them. Their lives are consumed by social media, which is a very passive activity. It is very important that they should do something that gives them the pleasure of or the experience of learning, enjoying. Paint their life canvas with different color strokes, not just studies. Being an engineer from COEP, the name says it all. Shout out to the COEPians out there. With strong analytical skills, it was no surprise to myself that I really enjoyed the field of software engineering. I have been fortunate to be able to say about my job, do what you love what you do. I grew through the ranks, developer, manager, to a senior executive in a very reputed organization today. Just like raising kids, for my next love, my work, my career, I followed some basic rules of thumb. First and foremost, hard work. Can't talk enough. There is no alternative to it. No matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. There might be bad days, but you just put your head down and work hard. When you are good at what you do, everything else pretty much falls in place. And do not stop learning. There is so much to do. Be confident. Be yourself. Know yourself. Speak your mind. Being a woman, being Indian, immigrant, and a person of color, I'm like the extreme minority at work, especially in the pure, hardcore technology world. Many a times I find myself to be the only woman in a room full of men. That's a common theme for me. All that did not stop me from being myself. I love my jewelry, my Indian jewelry. So it's a common, I wear my jewelry to work. I wear my beautiful saris to Christmas parties. I started Diwali function at work and everyone enjoyed the samosas and gulab jamun. In this scenario, my idol is Indra Nuiji. She is the ex-CEO of PepsiCo. So, make home away from home. Networking. Connect with people. After all, you spend 8 to 10 hours a day with these folks. Human relations go a long way. Keep yourself informed of what is going on in the work world around you. Grow others. All that is good when you start, that you look after yourself. But after a while, look for others, mentor others. As the famous poem goes, the old man built a bridge not for himself, but the young man that would follow and would need a bridge to cross the chasm. Give visibility to your subordinates. Build your own army of supporters. Build your successor so you can move on. In my career, I'm very, very proud to say I have mentored more than 20 plus leaders who started in my team and now have gone to other teams and become leaders of their own. Take care of your team like your own children. Many years ago, now working from home is required or become a theme in the last few years, but I started that many years ago because I had a lot of young parents in my team. So working from home helped them do the work-life balance. Finally, be aware. Know the landscape of your company. Know the business, know the finance, vision, stay informed. Be always prepared. When you go for any presentation, know your audience and be ready. Oh my, by now you must be like, I must sound like a total nerd, and you must be like, she does nothing but work, work, work. But wait, on the contrary, for me it's Maitrini, 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 Ani Maitrini. That's friends. Maitrini to enjoy Pani Puri and Vada Pav with, Maitrini to enjoy movies with, Maitrini to crib about diets that never work, Maitrini to discuss all things considered, kids, husband, work, politics, gossip, no limits. My friends are everything to me, especially at this stage of life. They are my lifeline. These friendships have gone through thick and thin and become stronger over time. The friends I have are from all sorts of life, from MMA, from neighborhood, from work, from school, thanks to WhatsApp, younger, older, all ages. Apart from that, we enjoy many conveniences because we are part of a community. We absolutely owe a lot to the people around us, teachers, co-workers, neighbors, government workers, healthcare workers. Last year has shown us how much we are dependent on the society. Now, you guessed it right, I have the top 5 for the community work also. Number 1, network. Friends are your family in a foreign country. Suhas and I have tried to connect with people. We really enjoy people. We're social animals. Connecting with people is our social need. Bring people together. Work in community. We have been part of MMA for many years. I formed a ladies only committee in 2013. You can learn from others. You take guidance from them. You give guidance from them. Just like work, grow others. Working with the MMA communities is one of the best experiences in our lives. Be aware of things around you. With all things that have happened over the last year, know your rights, know the political climate, have opinions, keep track of the world changing around you. Give back, very important. Find ways to help others. It's very easy to say than actually do it. Last year, a lot of people went out to help the people who were hit by the pandemic. Some people went out and did cooking. Some people went and actually were on the field helping. My own way of helping the community was I worked in MMA, and also I was the editor for the MMA magazine for about 16 years now. So give back. Do your social part. And finally, don't forget the most important person in your life, you, yourself. So while you are part of the society and your life revolves around the family, kids, and other people, you yourself need to take care of yourself. Keep good health. Keeping good immunity is most important. As you know, it doesn't happen overnight. Think beyond the materialistic, especially for me, you know, I'm an empty nester. Think beyond the materialistic. Live mindfully. And finally, follow some hobbies. They say that the hobbies like dancing, singing, help with mental problems that might come in the later ages, such as depression and dementia. In closing, you are defined in many ways. Your own qualities, your achievements, your family, your friends. The richer and more meaningful each relation is, the more happiness you will get in your life. We are all at different places in our lives. I'm no special or different person than any of you. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to share my thoughts. I will close with a quote. The role of the genius is not to complicate the simple, but to simplify the complicated. Keep it simple. The goal of one's life is to be happy and to bring happiness to others. Thank you. And one last thing. I will sing a song, a few lines of my favorite song. ये जीवन है, इस जीवन का यही है, यही है, यही है रंग रूप, थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, यही है, यही है, यही है छाव धूप, ये जीवन है. Thank you.